From Rome. As governments and technology companies race to define the future of artificial intelligence, the Builders AI Forum, hosted by the Pontifical Gregorian University earlier this month, convened an unprecedented gathering of Catholic leaders, technologists, and ethicists to ask a different question. Not how far AI can go, but who it should serve. More than 160 organizations from across the United States, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Vatican attended the two-day Builders AI Forum. The event aimed to build an interdisciplinary community capable of guiding technological innovation according to the principles of Catholic social teaching. Opening the forum, Longbeard CEO Matthew Harvey Sanders warned that the world was crossing what he called a digital Rubicon.
We gather at a moment of profound transformation, a digital Rubicon. And we're living through a new rerum novarum, a time of rapid systemic change where the very foundations of our work, our communities, and even our understanding of the human person are being challenged and reshaped. The smokestacks of the 19th century have been replaced by the invisible neural networks of the 21st. And the question before us is not if this technology will change the world, but how. And more importantly, who will write the code, both the digital code and the spiritual code that governs it.
Senior church officials echoed that concern, arguing that AI risks reshaping human identity, culture, and society itself. Monsignor Lucio Adrian Ruiz, secretary of the Dicastery for Communication, stressed that the church must not remain on the sidelines.
We are not gathered merely to study a technology, but rather to reflect on a culture, to understand what is the stake when human beings create an intelligence that reflects and sometimes confuse its own image.
Bishop William McGrattan of Calgary reminded participants that the church has long understood its mission as safeguarding human flourishing amid periods of upheaval.
The church is called to play an active role in the development of humanity. The Second Vatican Council, on the decree on the church in the modern world, we were called to be that sentinel, that voice that would provide a path of flourishing for humanity.
Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope and a former mathematics major, has made the ethics of technology a defining theme of his early pontificate. He chose his papal name in reference to Leo XIII, who confronted the moral questions of the Industrial Revolution in Rerum Novarum. The Holy Father's message to the forum was read on his behalf by Father David Nazar, Administrative Director of the Pontifical Gregorian University, who underscored the spiritual stakes of technological design.
For every design choice expresses a vision of humanity. The Church therefore calls all builders of AI to cultivate moral discernment as a fundamental part of their work, to develop systems that reflect justice, solidarity, and a genuine reverence for life.
The Pope insisted that AI's development must not be left solely to corporations and research labs.
Your deliberations over these 2 days illustrate that this work cannot be confined to research labs or investment portfolios. It must be a profoundly ecclesial endeavor.
Over 2 days, participants split into small working groups to address AI's emerging role in education, healthcare, business, media, and robotics. Teachers debated how much interaction children should have with chatbots. Healthcare experts questioned how far automation could go before undermining the essential human role in medicine. Entrepreneurs pitched new tools to potential investors, and theologians discussed the boundaries of consciousness for advanced AI systems. Amid these sessions, the rector of the Gregorian University, Father Mark Lewis, drew a historical parallel between AI and an earlier technological revolution, the invention of the printing press.
The book, there was a crisis. Jobs were lost. Think of all of those monks who no longer needed to copy manuscripts. The book was dangerous. The first reaction, or one of the first reactions of the church, was to create an index of prohibited books. If you go to old Jesuit university libraries and other Catholic libraries, you will find a cage in the library where books of suspect orthodoxy were imprisoned. They were not burned in Jesuit universities, they were studied. The book, as dangerous as it was, led to dialogue because there was all sorts of questions about how reliable the truth was in any given book. And so came the invention of the footnote, the citation. So history teaches us that technology brings with it challenges, opportunities, and the natural process of growth.
The Pope's message underscored that such dialogue between faith and reason remains essential.
Such interdisciplinary collaboration embodies the dialogue between faith and reason, renewed in the digital epoch and affirming that intelligence, whether artificial or human, finds its fullest meaning in love, freedom, and relationship with God.
For Matthew Harvey Sanders, the forum was not meant to be a passive academic symposium, but a call to action.
If the Church's guiding hand is not there, this technology has the power to do unimaginable harm, amplifying confusion and despair. But if we act, but if we lead, it can be a tool for unimaginable good. That is why the Church, as the guardian of a 2,000-year-old tradition of human flourishing, cannot be a passive observer. We're not called to simply critique this new world from the sidelines. We are called to enter into the digital arena, to sanctify it, and to build.
As the Builders AI Forum concludes, its real work begins. As participants turn toward launching the many ships envisioned in Rome.